Welcome back to Topics in Psychology. I'm Dr. Sharon Eve, psychotherapist, author, and educator. And today I want to talk about the grieving process. Some 30 years ago, there wasn't much available to help guide people during their grieving time. So I wrote a book called Journey of Love, A Guide for the Grieving. And I've worked with people over the years who've grieved any kind of loss you can imagine. A loss during pregnancy, the loss of a child, the loss of a parent, the loss of a partner, the loss of a friend. It shakes us, and we're not always sure what to do with those feelings that are so painful. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross made a big contribution to this field by talking about 5 stages of grieving: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and eventually acceptance. I think we can hop back and forth between these different stages and even have feelings that are different than those 5 she mentioned. I want to talk about my idea that I've noticed working with so many people of what a grieving process can look like. It might be like this for you, or it might be different, but let me just offer you the information to play with. Initially, there's a loss that shakes us, and for the first month or so, we don't even feel like we're on the planet with other people. They're all going on with their lives, and inside of us, there's an emptiness. Our heart is broken. There's a loss that's painful. So after that first month, for the next couple months, things seem to quiet down a little bit. You're still very sad, but you're better able to find the car keys and do the daily things you need to do. So I found that between 3 and 6 months, the grieving gets harder. At that point, we've internalized a lot of feelings about what's been lost or who's been lost. And our grieving goes into an existential state, an existential crisis. What does this mean? Why do bad things happen to good people? If there's a God, how could this person die? You may feel those things, or you may have other questions, maybe about the meaning of your life going forward, or what it means that this person that you love so much now isn't here. So during those months, it's okay to take more time for yourself. One consequence, or one thing that follows a real loss that I've noticed universally is a sense of fatigue, a sense of tiredness, because inside you're working really hard to understand what this death means for you. Then between 6 and 11 months, again, it quiets down a little bit. You go on with life, still being very affected, but life goes on. And then the 11th month hits, and you're 1 month from the anniversary of that loss. And during that time, it can feel like you're back in the beginning of your grieving process. It's so difficult looking at that date coming up and what that means for you and how you've been deeply hurt and how you miss someone so important to you. Then the anniversary date rolls around, and after that, there's still a sense of loss. Every year on the anniversary, you may feel it deeply. On Mother's Day, every year, you may feel deeply the loss of a child. On an anniversary, you may feel the loss of a partner for years and years and years. So I invite you to embrace the process. Society says, oh, you should only grieve for 3 days and get over it. It doesn't work that way. So I invite you to think about losses that you've had and how you took care of yourself, how you understood what was going on. If you have certain people that you can talk to, a therapist, a good friend, a family member, who can make room for your grieving process. And again, it's different for everybody. Every loss is a little different, but it's worth taking a look into. Your heart is important. Thank you so much for coming, and we will have more topics coming up.